It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. But he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Got an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Middle ones set to kick off.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Zoom, zoom.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Cook again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
2nd and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
To throw is Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run with Hall.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and a couple.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Cook. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a 4th shut of downs.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers going to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Jets. Randall Cobb, 47 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, zero. 14. Schooling.
Now it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good read on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Wilson going to change things up here.
Wilson now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
They're on the 45-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, 31 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Inside. Check 30. Inside. 50.
Rodgers will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
16-yard line.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Wilson.
Out complete to Dulcich.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Same connection, Dulcich once again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Running left, it's Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down and 6 now.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
There he goes, left side.
And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. How about them biting up 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
71 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to?
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Broncos 3.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. 2nd down and 3.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Wilson. And that, what a dangerous throw there back across the field. But it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Again, Wilson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, Wilson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll get this to Lazard. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the lead will remain at 23.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post, but it's not.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
3rd and 8.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. Touchdown! Alan Lazard from 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Broncos 6. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Denver.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A handoff, Fournette running left.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Work in the middle of the field, and he He's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He sets to fire deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, 45 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Mecole Hardman. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. That's complete to Lazard. Dances by him. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here's Hall again.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second down at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Option play, here's Hall. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.